So today we're starting with a new puzzle. We are in the tree area. And this is, I think, one of the first environmental puzzles that we're doing. Which is just a basic puzzle, we've got our maze as we normally do. But we have to use the environment around us. This is a good example. So, we're using the shadows of the trees to block parts of the map. And those parts of the map that are blocked, we cannot cross. And now there'll be some things like what we just had there, where a whole bunch of the map is blocked by something that we have to change. How is that not right? Let's open this again. This is on a timer. This bit of tree here looks broken. And it makes me feel like that should connect. That should be a blocked path. But if that's a blocked path, there is nothing. If we take a look back here, these are all new growth. Because sometimes, these puzzles are quite old, and sometimes we have to think what the puzzle would have looked like when wherever we are was more operational. And I think, is this maybe one of these? But it doesn't seem it. Doesn't seem it at all. Trying to see it from a different angle, and there is just no way of seeing it from the other angle. I think I know what I've done. Did I go across this way here? But if we notice, there was a shadow there, so I think I have to go up that way first. Goodness, that was loud. Okay, this is a different area. So we have unlocked a different area, which I will probably do next time. And then here, we have to negate those grids. Okay, so looking at these shadows of just the trees and trying to ignore the bar shadows, it seems like that is fine. Nice. That was probably the one to just get us used to that puzzle. We now have bars going across here to ignore, and I think also bars going down that way. So again, just ignoring the trees and not the bars. So this is what I was talking about earlier, how we have to look at the puzzle of what it was before time had passed. There is branches that have fallen onto the grid. Do I ignore them? Maybe not. Because that this big shadow is from a branch that's fallen onto the metal fencing. Go this way. Nice. I think we'll have similar for this. Yeah, so that is like the shadow from those fallen branches. And then avoiding the fallen branches, we can go this way. No? Okay. So I see that is a grid line. I keep calling it a grid line. You know what I mean? Like the structure. We're ignoring the metal structure. So we've got metal structure there, there, there. And down here as well. How is that not right? How is that not right? Where are we looking? Okay. So this little piece here, right in the middle of my screen, that is the piece that's casting the shadow that we want to avoid. Okay. Which shows me that this bit here is also a bit of wood. So I can't cross there. That's wood. I just don't know how I meant to get around this. Because I can't cross that. This blocks off the entire board. Okay, let's look at what we have here. This structure is the first branch. Wait, I'm so silly. I don't want to talk about it. Why was I overcomplicating that so much? Okay. So now we have the metal going this way and that way. Obviously I'm seeing a clear path here. But then, oh, what's metal and what's not metal? That was hard to see what was metal and what was twig. Okay, we've got choices now. I'm leaning towards this choice. I don't know why. Okay, so I think the difference will be this choice here, where previously we had to avoid the shadows, now we have to follow shadows. And obviously they are not perfect, but we kind of want to follow the shadows. Let's follow this shadow. Pretty simple. Now where did that one lead to? Okay, so that goes over here. Nice. Now I'm noticing each one of these puzzles we do, the shadow gets more and more away from the path that we actually want to take. This is now just in the ground. It's gone into the ground, and does it come out here? Okay. This one looks a little bit tricky. So we start in the middle and following the shadows. I want to say we go down this way and up here. I don't know how I did that first try, but I did. Now I'm pretty sure. Oh, I almost missed a puzzle. There is another one down here. Okay. So we have a breakage here. Let's see. We're following these shadows. I think we want to just go with the breakage anyway. I think this is one of those. No, forgive me, it's not one of those. Huh. I was gonna say. No, it still might be. Did I do this the first time? I did do that the first time. Okay. So, some of these puzzles we have to imagine what they were like previously, and I imagine that there wasn't a breakage there. However, it seems for this one, we kind of want to include that breakage. It's not a breakage, it's just two different branches, and that's why it doesn't work. But if I step back, I don't see another option. Except for that. So I did hear a gate open. I'm going to take you to that gate and we'll have a look. So this has opened just one side of the gate, and obviously we can come in here, but we don't know the puzzle. We could cheat and we could figure out the puzzle, but I'm not going to do that. We now would like to go to that other direction. Remember when we did that one puzzle and it separated off into two puzzles? We went this way. Now we're gonna go that way. Ooh, so this is back to avoiding the shadows. We cannot cross the shadows. However, there's this piece of metal that has been placed in our way. And we have to imagine what the shadow would look like if it was actually cast on here. So I see that path continues. So it's been cut off halfway, continues, and then it goes up and then all the way down. Pretty simple to start us off with. But I expect they're going to get harder very quickly. So this time we start in the middle and we go left and up. So I'm looking at this bit here that goes up, and then we cross over to here, which goes down, out, and back in, and then across and all the way up. Kind of like a spiral, I suppose. I don't know how to get close enough. Oh, just like that. Oh, it's not really like a spiral at all, is it? It's more like a hat. It's not like anything. Okay. Oh. Now this is confusing because we're on a different angle. So we have the path going. I'm gonna try it like this. Obviously this path here, and then this is where the shadow on the metal beam takes over. We're going down, across, down, across, up to, and then we've linked up. Oh, all the way to the top. I couldn't see the end and I thought I'd messed up. Okay. This next one is confusing, but it seems like the puzzle has been knocked out of place. So we need to shift everything on the board across and look at what is on the piece of metal. So shifting the board across 2. We go across 1, down 1, across 2. Do we go across 2? I think so. Up 1, cross up, and then yes, we're moving everything across 2. And there we go. We solved the puzzle. This feels like a nice change of pace from when those puzzles are really, really difficult. Because these are... I don't want to say easier because obviously I'm still struggling. And now our puzzle is up here. But I'm kind of getting the hang of it. Can I long arm this? I can long arm this. Let's go. It's got to be across that much to be able to come back on ourselves here. You couldn't like barely even hear the little ding that we get when we get a puzzle because I was that far away. But I did it with the long arm. We have another one that has been knocked. This has been knocked quite a bit. And the puzzle is just like completely on this rock. Oh my goodness. So let me try and figure this out. This is so stretched. I think it's a relatively simple puzzle. We go across, up, around, up, back on ourselves. So working backwards, it's like working backwards I feel like is a little bit easier for me because we go down, across, down, in, down, across, down, like to the bottom. And then let's start, we've got our hump here. Let's maybe actually get in a position where I can solve the puzzle. There's a lot of snaking on this one. There we go. That was probably the most difficult one. Now where does that lead? Up here? Up here we have another puzzle that has been knocked. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go for it and try and work it out, unless... No, our shadow's not back there. Okay, I think we do just have to go for it and try and figure it out from the information we have. So we go up, all the way across, down, no, we don't. We go up, and then we go this way, and we go all the way up. And then this is where we go down, across, up, and we've completed it. There we go. That wasn't too hard, was it? Right, the next puzzle. This doesn't make sense. What has happened? Has our tree been knocked? Where is our shadow even being cast from? I just don't really understand why this is in the wrong place. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So I'm looking at the shadows, but I'm doing the puzzle. And it's kind of tricky to get it lined up. I can't crouch in this game. So I feel like I've got to go back up. No, surely not. Okay. If I get closer. Ah, there we go. This is what it looks like. So up, across, It's really not what it looks like, is it? Okay. All the way across, back on ourselves, and then that's where we're at the middle piece now. I didn't see this line right at the bottom, so I've done that line right at the bottom. And the middle piece goes like this, and then we're back to the edge piece, back to the middle piece, back to the third piece, and then all the way across. No. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm on the leftmost piece, and we have a bit like that. And then our middle piece, that serves as two pieces, like two blocks. We go straight across. And then we're on our rightmost piece, which is like this. And then we're on our middle piece again, which is a little step. I think that's where I went wrong. It's just straight up, it's not across and straight up on the leftmost piece. And then I got the rest of this right. Yeah, we did it. And did you hear that? That's our gate. Okay, now for the big puzzle. We have completed all of the little puzzles in this area, and now we have the one big puzzle. So, I suspect that on the right side of the grid, we have to not go over the shadows, and on the left side of the grid, we have to go on the shadows. So it will go like this. And we've solved the puzzle. I did this area so quickly. Maybe I should have done this area a long time ago, because this is my 6th area, I think. Well, it's my 6th video. I think I've technically done more than 6 areas. Where is our mountain? Let's go have a look. Okay, we actually only have 4 lasers. So this is the 5th laser that we've done. And some of them have been getting really, really difficult. So that area was a really nice change of pace. But I'm not scared to go and do another area, because this one was so easy. Here we go. We have now done 5 lasers. Do I know how many lasers we have in total? No. No, I don't. The next area that I would like to tackle is that area that we unlocked earlier. I think I've gone the wrong way. So when I was doing the very first part of this puzzle, get this door back open. I'm sure I can get in that area from a different way, but I opened this area from this way. This is the quarry, and it's quite a big area, and we end up there. Oh, look, there's a puzzle over there. I have unlocked this area. I've not done this area, but I have unlocked it. If we go all the way over here, I can unlock the boat. The other day, I took a boat to the quarry, but because I hadn't done this, I couldn't get off the boat. It was honestly tragic. So yeah, the next time I play, I will do this quarry area. I don't think I can walk in the water. I think I have to go across these bridges. Which I think I'll be able to do. It's okay. I think maybe I tackled some quite difficult puzzle areas in the past. There's a door that's locked. I suspect that that door is locked because when I tried to do it, I didn't know how to do the puzzles. Interesting. Okay, so I think this is the start of the quarry area, which we will tackle next time. And these are two puzzles that I actually have done before, so I can probably figure out how to do the quarry. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it relaxing. I can't wait to see you next time for some more rain sounds. Bye.